It's a light day in the NBA, just 4 games on a Sunday. This year Express tour through the association called the Fast Break. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz again, and KD, 2 of 6 from deep. He owned the third quarter of this one. 17 of his 31 points came in that third quarter. This game went into overtime. Russell Westbrook had a double-double in this one, 25 points, 11 rebounds. The Thunder win at 104-98. Mario Chalmers returns with his Memphis Grizzlies to Miami to take on his old squad, the Miami Heat. Chris Bosh knocking down jumpers. Memphis held a big lead in this one, but Miami comes back and gets the win behind Bosh's 22 points. Out in the desert, the Phoenix Suns taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Brandon Knight looking good in this game. He finished with 25 points for the Suns as they get the victory by 7, 108-91. And finally, the Toronto Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers. You see DeMar DeRozan doing damage there, and Toronto just a little too much for Philly. And that's your Fast Break on NBA.com.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the.
It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Scouting for Orlando. They won that game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game, and for every punch they took, they had a count.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. And here is Payton following Draymond Green's 3. Payton outside. Clock at 6. Right side, Gordon. Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by Bogut. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding. Future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like this game.
And he gets contact. And the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And talking about Vucevic's development last season, he's also had the highest assist average of his career. He's a good decision maker on the floor, knows when to take it himself, and knows when to kick it to cutters and spot up shooters.
You know, and getting back to Vucevic, I mean, he's at an age where he may only get better. Averaged nearly 20 points a game last year after averaging only 14 the year before. That was an incredible leap in production, and I think it's one that'll continue.
Here's Peyton. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. There's a good screen. Peyton against Thompson. Peyton outside. Stolen by Thompson. Barnes kicks to Bogut. Can't get it to go. The Magic go the other way with it. Oladipo dishes to Gordon. Here's Fournier. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Curry. On up the court. And that one's good.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Peyton drives in, dishes it to Vucevic. And there's the feed to Oladipo. Vucevic down low. Covered by Bogut. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. Oladipo with the shot. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Miami Heat.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were... really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you... consider was on the road.
And Orlando making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And Green no good on that one. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. Former second-round pick. His emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Azania, he's checked in for Orlando. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. Barbosa with the steal, and here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Iguodala the pass to Green. Iguodala kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist from Green. Barbosa's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he's kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Barbosa gets the buckets.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
one player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thank you, Doris.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Timeout on the court. Charge score.
And now the first timeout called here for the match. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Watson comes in for Fournier. And it's Jennings in for Payton. Warriors leading by 11. Knocked away. It's stolen by Watson. And they're running. And here they go. There's Azania. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. They shoot 2.
Checking out some stats for Iguodala. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 7 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular. And sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
Here's Jennings after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. There's the dish to Jennings. And it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors leading by 11. Barbosa kicks to Rush. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Rush has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Watson for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control.
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Klay Thompson and Brandon Rush at the 2 and 3. Bogut out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in at the point guard.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Smith sets the pick for Jennings. He feeds it to Smith. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressures. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Evan Fournier comes in for Ilyasova. And it's over Payton in for Brandon Jennings. And then for Golden State, Green, he's checked in for Rush. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal
and
foul.
Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member of himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Did you?
Yeah,
No.
right. He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games.
Yeah.
And Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Magic, Klay Thompson.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
There's the pick. Ball's knocked loose. Curry dishes to Thompson. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The Magic trail by 16. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Payton with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Payton passes to Vucevic to end the run, and that one hits back iron.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boys.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
To the inside. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Back to Green. The shot will not go. Gordon with the defensive effort. And Fournier kicks to Payton. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Fournier. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Fournier's got 6. Thompson dishes to Green. Now here's Payton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Fournier's shot is off. Curry against Vucevic. Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists in the game.
Timeout on the court. Charged to Orlando.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. The number 1 overall pick in 2005. Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
There's more you could ask for.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Kazanya comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Payton. 1:57 left to play here in the half.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular years. Though shot blocking and defense were always strong.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Gordon. And then for Golden State, Rush comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Fournier passes to Vucevic. He kicks to Fournier. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And here's Vucevic. 35 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And Fournier kicks to Watson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ilyasova. Rush grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 16. Here's Iguodala. Barbosa dishes to Iguodala. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Checked in for Orlando. Jennings comes in for Evan Fournier. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. So he gets them both.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Jennings. That's good. Livingston's got his first 2 points.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Jennings, and he banks in the lane.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Warriors ahead, up by 16. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half went well, really well, for Draymond Green. He had 13 points and 1 steal. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Barbecue chicken. They were completely overmatched in the low post. I couldn't believe the amount of points they allowed in the paint. Wow, I thought I was out there scoring and playing basketball.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Green. He's got 13 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Fournier in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. The Magic trail by 18.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about it.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Barnes kicks to Curry. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Magic. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized the best for not being more assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And Vucevic kicks to Payton. Vucevic's screen on Thompson. Shot off the screen. Fournier for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Thompson for the triple. That is good. Thompson's got 11 points.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play. And those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball. And we know he can stroke it from long range.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. Offensively, he wants them to roll the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And the shot is good. Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. You know, do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense, so that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
Orlando gets it back.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
They get it back. Bogut kicks to Barnes. Back to Bogut. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barnes passes to Thompson. Here's Curry with the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
The Magic trail by 19. Picked by Vucevic. Oladipo outside. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Off the pick. That drops. Oladipo's got 7 points for the quarter.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Green kicks to Thompson. Pass to Bogut. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Golden State, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Green. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. And finished off by Bogut.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
The Magic trail by 20. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Great, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to and ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Smith sets the pick for Jennings. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
There's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Mark down low that time, and he got a 3-second. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Curry. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And the shot is good. Iguodala's got 6.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Out to the wing. Passes to Smith. Right side Jennings. There's the pass to Hazania. Offensive rebound. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Jennings. And Barbosa has it in the corner. Pass to Livingston. Shoots it. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Warriors shooting has been just uncontainable. 72% on the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Rush. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Warriors.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Watson dishes to Smith. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Well, Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success. I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring, but pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
You know, you look at the coaching success for both Jason Kidd and Steve Kerr, both with long playing careers, championship experience on their resumes. Steve, in fact, Clark even had some time in the front office with Phoenix.
And don't forget about his broadcasting career either, Kevin. I mean, I think in both cases, though, you look at these two guys, they were able to come in and have immediate credibility with their teams and their playing experience, part of their preparation for being coaches.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now here's Jennings. He's tightly guarded. Fires at the elbow. And another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Barnes, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. Here's Looney. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Ball close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. Draymond Green comes in for Looney. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Gordon with a screen on Thompson. Payton drives in, and he gets it to go.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
3-on-3. Here's Fournier. Steph Curry with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Thompson outside. Outside, Green. Over to the left wing. Pocket 6. Bogut kicks to Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Outside, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Payton kicks to Fournier. Picked by Vucevic. Teardrop shot. Plenty of space. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
You can always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Up top, Curry, covered by Payton. Curry kicks to Barnes. Back to Curry. Gordon against Green. Inside. Bogut the pass to Curry. Shot's good.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
To the inside. Oladipo gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
It's Bogut with the drive.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Stolen by Thompson. Curry kicks to Green. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Payton drives in. Drops in the layup for 2.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going to executing, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Stolen. An even 3-on-3 break. Watson dishes to Nicholson. Another miss by Orlando. Smooth sailing for Golden State. Kicks to Livingston. To the paint. Here's Spates. And the rejection by Smith. Oh, and here we go. Watson, nobody back. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Feeds to Rush. To the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Looney with the bucket.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Andre Iguodala. And what's the key for you guys to have games like you did tonight as you look to the upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys be ready to play.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, they shut out the noise and just play.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. It's hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
It's a light day in the NBA, just 4 games on a Sunday. This year express tour through the association called the Fast Break. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz again, and KD, 2 of 6 from deep. He owned the third quarter of this one. 17 of his 31 points came in that third quarter. This game went into overtime. Russell Westbrook had a double-double in this one, 25 points, 11 rebounds. The Thunder win at 104-90. It's a light day in the NBA.
Like we always do it this time.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson.
Do you recall not long ago when you would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. But guess we need someone to lean on. But guess all we need is somebody to lean on. But guess we need.
At shooting guard.
New Orleans, land of the Pelicans, in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. No question they've got this game penciled in as a win, but they still have to go out and make plays. They'll look to take an early lead, then try to get this one over early.
Yeah, and the old adage is that it's hard to beat a team, any team, 3 times in one season. And that's the situation we're facing today. This would be their 3rd win in the season series if they can do it.
Greg, I agree with everything you said there. I mean, it seems they do have the advantage, but I agree, pride does become a factor and a pretty big one. Teams don't like to be swept. So they'll need to put together a solid effort here tonight.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And good on the basket. Hook it. And now just over a minute played here in the first. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Out of bounds. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, the rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
On defense, Oklahoma City. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got the ball. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Offensive rebound. Ajinça dishes to Davis. Another shot. The shot is off, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team. That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Here is Cunningham. Feeds it to Ajinça. There's a screen. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Pelicans foul. Number 31. That's his first personal foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Roberson gets the bucket.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
You know, when you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots. And they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense.
Anderson with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's slammed in by Davis.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Roberson. He averages about 5 points a game. Durant attacking. And that one's good.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Now here is Holiday. 20 points for him last game against Washington.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
4 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Cunningham's shot is off. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Durant, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Westbrook. Now the dish to Roberson. The feed to Adams. Holiday brings the double team. Durant with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you're talking about this, he posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
Yeah, he did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. Davis has the open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Davis has got 11.
Wow, unconscious. Has he been? This quarter, they're riding that hot hand.
Collison, good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
So it's the Pelicans now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Good on the shot. 14 points for Davis.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And there's the whistle. On the shot, took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays. And shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
The Pelicans trail. Outside Holiday. And the pass to Cunningham. And Davis now top of the key. From the high post, he drills it. Davis has got 16 points.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on life growing up as the youngest of... Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. And it's Westbrook in at point guard. Waiters on the wing. This one for 3. Offensive rebound, Kanter, and it's blocked. Anderson with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Cole. And the 3 off target. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a loss to the Wizards.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it's just not going to be your night.
No, it's certainly not going to be your night shooting that poorly. And so often when that happens to a team, it's hard to get out of that funk once you get into it.
He throw good. Ibaka.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City, over the past few years. Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
Under trailing by 4. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. He dishes it to Foy. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Adams' shot is good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Foy kicks to Westbrook. Fires the 3 with the second effort, and the shot is good. Adams has got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Singler, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Durant against Davis. Here's Ajinça. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he's good on the second. Now, here's Westbrook. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Mavericks in Dallas.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Dishes it to Cunningham. New Orleans moving it around. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Nice shot by Singler. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
The steal. Cunningham passes to Davis. And they double up Davis. Pass to Cole. Davis against Adams. 5 to shoot. That doesn't go either for Davis. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 9-1 run. To the middle. The kick out to Westbrook. There's the triple. Rebound by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here is Cunningham. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And they double up Davis. 3-pointer. Down low. To the middle. It's stolen by Foy. Passes it to Ajinça. To the left side wing. Here's Cunningham. Nailed from three-point land. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Singler dishes to Westbrook. Here's Singler. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage. Was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
1:16 left now here in the second. And Adams with the slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Talking about Randy Foye last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78th the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Perkins is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anderson comes in for Davis. She's checked in for Cunningham. And it's Drew Holiday in for Norris Cole. Out to the right wing. Payne gets a wide open look. The rebound by Anderson.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Shot from the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Now here's Payne. He's covered closely. Raiders on the wing. And counted from 19 feet away.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Outside Holiday. And he hits the jump shot. Holiday's got it all tied up now for New Orleans.
Caught him off guard with that move. It definitely had the element of surprise. Nobody expected him to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully that time.
They get a hand on it, taken away by Holiday. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Finishes the break with a slam. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. New Orleans on top. They lead by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A hard-working Kevin Durant, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 19 points and 2 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Alexis Ajinça is out there with Anthony Davis. And there's Cunningham. Then it's Norris Cole. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Here's Roberson. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
And Cole kicks to Davis. Stolen by Westbrook. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Adams. They shoot again. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
It's really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
The Thunder have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And Cole kicks to Douglas. Pass to Davis. He feeds it to Cole. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Durant. And the basket good. Durant's got 11.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And it's Ajinça missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Douglas the pass to Cunningham. Davis dishes to Cunningham. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Durant kicks to Ibaka. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Ibaka's got his 2nd bucket. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter. Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Pelicans trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And again, New Orleans has no luck.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul. New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Anderson, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. G comes in for Davis. And it's Holiday in for Norris Cole.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Ibaka right side. Kicks it to 4. A 3 ball. They grab their own miss. Cantor makes it off the glass. Cantor's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Now, here is Foy, defended by Douglas, and it's Foy missing. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvements. Here is Cunningham, covered by Foy. Cunningham's shot is off. Thunder have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Singler for 3. There's the bucket. Good. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead.
The Pelicans call timeout.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Waiters, he's checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Randy Foy. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 12-3 run.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you could. See, he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
But they recover it. Ajinça the pass to Davis. From the arc. No good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And they go to the intentional foul.